Hello and a warm welcome to 8 on Play On, our weekly sports bulletin from DD Sports. In this edition of the program, we have some interesting developments on the sports front in this part of the region. Well, close to 500 playgrounds are to come up in the state as part of Assam Youth Mission Development Program. Karatekas from Assam participate in a training camp in Croatia and a host of sporting personalities were felicitated in Assam. But before giving you the details, let's take a look at the top stories. Defending champions Guwahati retained the title in the Nuruddin Ahmed Trophy Senior Inter-District Cricket Tournament. Kohima Town Club retained the Xavier Ratsa Memorial Trophy after defeating Kohima Press Club. And in a glittering ceremony to celebrate excellence in sports by athletes from Assam, United Brothers Club gave away awards to 16 prominent sports personalities of the state. Welcome back. I am Prarthana Hajorika and let's get started with the top story. Well, as many as 16 sports persons from the state were felicitated in a glittering ceremony to celebrate the sports by athletes from Assam, organized by the United Brothers Club Assam Sports Award 2018 in Guwahati last Sunday. Internationally acclaimed shooter Hridar Hajorika was awarded the Best Player of the Year, and shuttler Ashmita Chaliha received the Most Promising Player Award. Apart from the players, coach Ganesh Rai was awarded the Best Football Coach, while Muhammad Nabab Ali awarded the Best Promoter in Cricket category. We have this report from our sports reporter Anil Sharma Batra.
In a glittering ceremony to celebrate excellence in sports by athletes from Assam, United Brothers Club UBC organized the UBC Assam Sports Awards 2018 in Guwahati on Sunday. As many as 16 sportspersons from the state were felicitated in the ceremony, which was attended by a number of prominent personalities, including Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Assam DGP Kuladhar Saikia, Additional Chief Secretary to the Assam Government MGVK Bhanu, BJP leader Queen Ojha, UBC officials and jury members. After felicitating the sportsperson, CM Sonowal said, sports in Assam is going through a great phase with upcoming talents making their mark and also getting exposure with national and international events being staged here. I believe platforms like UBC Awards are a great place to encourage and promote our sporting talents. Also present in the ceremony was India's current national champion in the women's 100 meters event, Duti Chand. The felicitated sportspersons included tennis player Christy Boro, footballer Pranjal Bhumij, tennis player Ashmita Chaliha, boxer Lavlina Borgohain, shooter Hriday Hazarika, swimmer Anyatam Rajkumari, table tennis player Tishna Gogoi, boxer Ankushita Boro, cyclist Anu Chutia, para taekwondo player Biswajit Roy, and taekwondo player Rudali Barua.
Well, there are hundreds of thousands of sports fields on this planet Earth, and some stunning events unfold there every hour. Thanks to journalists, their promptness, impartiality, talent, millions of fans around the world receive information, make their choices from their opinions. World Sports Journalist Day is celebrated on 2nd of July to mark the services of the sports journalists for the promotion of sports. This day has been earmarked as the official day of celebration because of its significance as the date when the International Sports Press Association, which is known as AIPS, was established in the 1924 Paris Olympics. As observed in the previous year, the Assam Electronic Sports Media Sports Journalists Association observed the 2nd World Sports Journalist Day 2019 at Survey in Guwahati in a befitting manner.
World Sports Journalists Day is celebrated to urge members of the sporting media to strive for excellence in their professional work. One should grab hold of every opportunity to use sport as a vehicle for world peace and to be fair and impartial. In this regard, the function was held in Guwahati to observe the day in a befitting manner. Shri Balendra Mohan Chakraborty, a veteran sports journalist of Assam, was conferred the Assam Electronic Journalist Sports Media Association AEJSMA Award 2019 at a special function in Guwahati in presence of Arjuna Bhugeshwar Barua, renowned photojournalist Tarani Kanta Barman, and veteran sports journalist Praveen Gogoi, sports organizer Bishnuram Nunisha and Mukut Medhi.
Cricket news. Defending champions Guwahati retained the title in the Nuruddin Ahmed Trophy Senior Inter-District Cricket Tournament. In a final, Guwahati got the better of NF Railway Sports Association by virtue of their first innings lead as the three-day match ended in a draw at the Judges' Field in Guwahati earlier this week. At an overnight score of 133 for 4, Guwahati finished the first innings at 221 in 66.5 overs. In reply, the NF Railway batsmen failed to hit from and were all out in 147 in just 35.5 overs. Shiv Shankar Roy top scored with 43, while Rahul Hazarika of Guwahati was adjusted man of the final, while NFRSA's Shiv Shankar Roy received the Best Batsman of the Year award, and Amlanjiti Das of Barbeta walked away with the Best Bowler trophy. Another youngster, Rian Parag of Guwahati, was handed over the Player of the Tournament award. We have this report from our producer, Shamal Bishwas in Didi, Guwahati.
Nuruddin Senior Inter-District Cricket Tournament was held in 11 different venues. Apart from NFRSA Stadium, Maligaon, the first matches of different groups were held in Barpeta, Bongaigaon, Silchar, Karimganj, Charaidio, Jorhat, Naugaon, Bokakhat, Vishwanath Chariali and Tezpur. This edition of the Senior Inter-District Cricket for Nuruddin Trophy kicked off from May 25th in different venues in the state. The competition concluded on June 30. After successful completion of the Assam Premier Club Cricket Championship, where altogether 320 clubs participated, Assam Cricket Association hosted the Senior Inter-District Cricket Championship. 39 teams participated in the meet, and all the matches except final were two-day affairs. The duration of the final was 3 days. Guwahati lifted Nuruddin Senior Inter-District Cricket Championship title, defeating NFRSA by virtue of first innings lead at the Judges' Ground. The three-day final came to an end as a draw, but Guwahati were successful in taking 74 runs first innings lead, which made the difference between the two sides. In reply to Guwahati's first innings total of 221, NFRSA was bowled out for 147 runs in their first innings. Guwahati were 36 for 3 in the second innings when the game ended. Rahul Hazarika of Guwahati was adjudged player of the final, while Shiv Shankar Roy of NFRSA collected Best Batsman award of the competition. Amlanjiti Das of Barpeta received Best Bowler award of the meet. On the other hand, Rian Parag of Guwahati was adjudged the player of the tournament. The closing function of the meet was attended by many ACA officials, including President and Secretary Roman Datta and Devajit Saikia respectively, CEO of ACA Sujit Kakuti, along with many former cricketers like Amal Das, Shankar Datta Glahakar, Rajiv Phukan, Rajesh Bora and Nasir Gul Khan. Guwahati in first innings scored 221 in 66.5 overs, with chipping in from Rahul Hazarika 57, Rian Parag 41, Tarjinder Singh 40, Ranjit Mali took 4 for 69 and Deepak Gohai took 3 for 53 and Krishna Das 2 for 42. Replying to that, NFRSA in the first innings were bundled out for 147 in 35.5 overs, with Shiv Shankar Roy scoring 43, Krishna Das remaining not out with 21, Avilash Gogoi scoring a brisk 20, Abu Nachim Ahmed took 3 for 35, Abhi Chakrabarti 3 for 42, Gokul Sharma took 2 wickets, giving away just 3 runs. Guwahati in its second innings were 36 for 3 in 14 overs to win the match, with scores of Rishikesh Tamuli of 16 runs and Rishabh Das of 14 runs not out.
আজি চূড়ান্ত খেলত অৱতীৰ্ণ হোৱা দুইটা দলৰ খেলুৱৈসকল আমি সকলোটিলৈকে আমাৰ তৰফৰ পৰা অসম ক্ৰিকেট সন্থাৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আমি আন্তৰিক ধন্যবাদ আৰু শ্ৰদ্ধা নিবেদন কৰিছোঁ। ইতিমধ্যে আমাৰ সাধাৰণ সম্পাদক ডাঙৰীয়াই আমাৰ নৱনিৰ্বাচিত এপেক্স কাউন্সিলৰ ভৱিষ্যতৰ যি পৰিকল্পনা খেলুৱৈসকলক লৈ যি পৰিকল্পনা আমি যুগুত কৰিছোঁ, সেই পৰিকল্পনাসমূহ ইতিমধ্যে ব্যাখ্যা তেখেতে দাঙি ধৰিছে আৰু আমি আশা প্ৰকাশ কৰিছোঁ যে সিনিয়ৰ হওক বা আণ্ডাৰ 16 হওক, আণ্ডাৰ 19 হওক, এই খেলুৱৈসকলৰ লৈ আমি যি সপোন আমি দেখা পাইছোঁ এই সপোন বাস্তৱ ৰূপ দিয়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আপোনালোকে সকলোৱে সহযোগিতা আগবঢ়াব।
The Kohima Town Club and Kohima Press Club played the second Xavier Ratza Memorial Running Trophy as a tribute to the two clubs' colleagues, past founder late Xavier Ratza, on June 23rd at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Kohima last week. Ratza, a senior journalist for the Time of India, passed away at the age of 42 last June while serving as the president of the Kohima Press Club and media officer of Kohima Town Club. He was a founding member of both the clubs. Kohima Town Club retained the trophy after defeating Kohima Press Club via tiebreaker 7-3. After the match ended in a 2-2 draw in a second edition of the Xavier Ratza Memorial Exhibition football match. Let's get you some more details in this report from our sports producer Kushal Momin and stringer Mrs. Silo from Didi Kohima.
Kohima Town Club KTC defeated Kohima Press Club KPC in a thrilling football exhibition match to lift the Xavier Ratza Memorial Trophy for the second consecutive year. KTC retained the trophy via a tiebreaker 7-3 after the match ended in a 2-2 draw at the IG Stadium in Kohima. The exhibition match is played as a tribute to late Xavier Ratza, a senior journalist who passed away in June 2018, last while serving as the president of KPC and the media officer of KTC. He was a founding member of both the clubs. Earlier, before the match, a brief solemn tribute program was held with Meadow Hyoka, PRO to the Speaker, Nagaland, as the special guest. Yoka appreciated the clubs for celebrating the good deeds done by late Xavier Ratza to the society through this football exhibition match and keeping alive his memories. Lauding the KTC for organizing the Kohima Football League for the third year, Yoka said their efforts must continue, be sustained and also expanded beyond Kohima district, stating that there are plenty of skills, talents and scope among the youth. He said KFL is a good platform for sports lovers to exhibit their talents and polish their skills at the same time. Paying tribute to late Xavier Ratza, Kohima Press Club President Alice Yoshu, in her solidarity message said, Ratza had widely contributed to the growth of both journalism and sports in the state, and considering the keen interest he had towards football, it is befitting that he is remembered and honored through this beautiful game, she added. Recalling the strong values and principles that Ratza possessed and how he impacted the lives of those who knew him, she said Ratza had always advocated the essence of working together as a team, showed tolerance, generosity, acceptance of one another's weaknesses, and the zeal to help, protect, and guide others. Yoshu added that in his demise, the clubs have lost a mentor, a friend, and a great human being. Ratza's family members attended the event as special guests, wherein his elder brother handed over the trophy to the winning club.
A number of karatekas from Assam who are included in the Indian contingent are attending in the World Youth Training Camp at Umag, Croatia earlier this week. The state players from Assam were trained under women kata world #1 Sandra Sanchez and world's topmost player and coach Luca Valdezi. The camp continued till Thursday.
Every year, thousands of young karatekas from all over the world count the days to participate in the biggest celebration of the sport at underage level. The WKF Youth Camp and Cup has become one of the most important karate events for young stars and an outstanding showcase of the impact of our sport at young ages. The event held at Umag in Croatia made the enthusiasts of the sport particularly proud because it is the leading exponent of the strength of karate at the grassroots level. Moreover, the WKF Youth Camp is a memorable event since it brings young stars the chance to learn more about karate from legends of the sport who act as instructors. The WKF Youth Camp and Cup Croatia was held from Monday, July 1, 2019 to Sunday, July 7, 2019 in 3 categories of Kata Clinic, of Kumite Clinic at Croatia. It was a memorable day of karate action as the karate competition saw representatives of several dominate the thrills of all the 4 days. A delegation from Assam karatekas led by UKAA President Nageng Bojang attended the camp in kata training under Sandra Sanchez. It may be mentioned that World Karate Federation is making a huge effort in order to spread karate rules and bring them to everyone across the world. In the camp, it is made to understand that karate is an easy-to-understand sport. While there are a huge number of techniques, any new practitioner or follower can now enjoy the greatness of the sport by knowing its basic and common rules.
Moving on, a goal in added times helped Abahani Limited Dhaka team to earn a place in the 2019 AFC Cup Interzone semi-finals after the Bangladesh club edged Minerva Punjab FC 1-0 in a Group A encounter at the Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium in Guwahati last week. The all-important goal of the match, which was witnessed by nearly 1,000 crowds, was scored by Masih Saighani just before the final whistle. With this, Minerva, which made Guwahati their home ground, suffered their first defeat in the tournament. The second half witnessed equal contests from both the sides, but the 90 minutes of the game failed to produce any result. The game was petering out to a draw. Saighani put a terrific header to score in added time to hand Abahani Dhaka team the much-needed victory. We have this report from our producer Akshay Das from DD Guwahati.
Minerva Punjab conceded an added time goal to suffer a dramatic 0-1 defeat against Abahani Limited Dhaka and deny a maiden knockout berth for Chennai FC in the AFC Cup here last Wednesday. Masih Saighani struck the lone goal in the 3rd minute of the added time, which rendered Chennai's 3-2 win over Manang Marsyangdi club of Nepal in a simultaneous Group E match in Guwahati. The win saw the Bangladesh club advancing to interzone semi-finals while breaking Minerva's streak of 5 draws in the tournament. A win was not enough for Chennai as they needed favour from Minerva to book a knockout berth in their maiden appearance in the AFC Cup. The Chennai-based side were hoping for either a win or a draw for Minerva against Abahani, but the Dhaka side's injury time goal broke their hearts. Abahani ended up on top of the group with 13 points, while Chennai finished second with 11 points. On the same points, Chennai would have gone through as they have a better head-to-head record against Abahani. Only the group winners qualify to the interzone semi-finals. Although Abahani head coach Mario Lemos had led his team and said his team would try to stop Minerva, the Bangladesh side did not shy away from attacking from the start. The first opportunity, though, was created by the Minerva duo of Samuel Lalmuapaya and Makan Chote, when the latter's cross was headed goalwards by Samuel, but without the desired result. It was an Abahani show in the first half, with the likes of Kervins Belfort, Nabib Jibon and Saad Uddin putting pressure on the Minerva defence, which buckled on several occasions. However, Abahani could not finish, and Minerva custodian Bhaskar Roy really found it difficult to keep the shots fired at him at bay. In the 34th minute, Uddin found himself in a good position outside the box, but the subsequent left-footed shot was too weak to trouble the Minerva goalkeeper. Minutes later, the Abahani players were at it again and strung together passes that left the Minerva defence dazed. The end result was a fairly disappointing effort from Sohail Rana that found itself straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. The 41st minute saw a Minerva attack almost coming to fruition, but Moinuddin, who got hold of the loose ball with all the pace and space and time to create a goal, ended up skying the shot from inside the box. Action in the second half considerably slowed down, with Abahani finding the odd chance to break it into the Minerva half without any result. A rare moment of excitement in the second half came when, late in the 84th minute, through a set-piece opportunity for Minerva, as Khalif Al Hassan's free kick had the right power and direction, but Muhammad Alam rose to the occasion to parry it away for a corner. Samuel and Moinuddin increased the pressure in the next few minutes, resulting in a melee in the box that culminated with a misdirected shot by the latter. As the game was petering out to a draw, Saighani put a terrific header to score in added time to hand Abahani the match and a knockout berth.
The All Assam Arm Wrestling Championships was held at the Harimandir premises of Pachala on the 29th and 30th of June 2019. The championships was organized jointly by the Barpeta District Arm Wrestling Association and Barpeta District Hindu Yuva Chhatra Parishad under the guidance of Assam Arm Wrestling Association. 300 players from 20 districts took part in this two-day tournament. Here is a report from our producer Bhupen Mishra in DD Guwahati.
In the sport of arm wrestling, the most important parts are the hand, especially the fingers, and the wrist, as we all know. This does not mean that the other parts are not important, but the hand and wrist are the representatives of other arm wrestling parts of the body. Stronger the hand and wrist are, stronger the other parts' effect on our opponents. This was an ample display in the All Assam Arm Wrestling Championship, which was held at the Harimandir premises of Pathshala in Barpeta district on 29 and 30 June 2019. The championship was organized jointly by Barpeta District Arm Wrestling Association and Barpeta District Hindu Yuva Chhatra Parishad under the guidance of Assam Arm Wrestling Association. Around 300 players from 20 districts took part in the two-day tournament.
And with that, we come to the end of this exciting edition of Northeast Sports Bulletin, 8 on, Play On. Thank you for joining us. We shall be back with another exciting edition. Till then, stay sporty, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.